Hi guys, welcome to my shop tour. The tour of my old shop. I'm moving to a new shop beginning today, basically. The shop is not on ground level, so when you want to enter it, you have to go through this huge warehouse. I'll show you in a second. Look at that. Like, that's the that's all my landlord stuff. He is a bigger hoarder than I am, I think. So, need to find my Duresta key. Okay, there you go. It's upstairs. It's a huge open space. As you can see, this is my main area, basically. That's where I assemble everything. Like, this is one of my main storages for all my stuff that I'm working with. I got stuff for my moped, gold leaf, hot glue, cable ties, Dremel tools, stuff for the Dremel tool. I got my labels. I don't even know if you know them. I got labels. Here I can put a serial number in, or a name, or whatever. With those metal stamps, I don't know what they are called. With those punch numbers, I guess. I recently bought some of those Sortimo boxes. I like them, but I haven't really integrated them into my system. Those are some wires. That's my Makita box. I take this one with me when I go out on a job. I have all my sandpapers up here, some little clamps, some hand tools in here, angle grinder discs, tape, more sanding stuff for my belt grinder, rivets, sandpaper for my little fest tool. It's called Favorite Pens. Lots of Sharpies. Postcards in here, I really like those. There's also a lot of random stuff that I don't even know what it is. Because I buy so much used, it's like, and I don't want to throw it away, but what is it? I have no idea what it is. Interesting stuff. So for the new workshop, I want to get a better system to store stuff like that, because like if it's sitting in a drawer, I will never need it, and I will never find it, and I will never use it. So I want to come up with a cooler system to store stuff like that, but I think it's very complicated because you can't have it all out and visible. It will be too messy, I think. Then I have my workbenches. And this is where I keep all my screws, all the different sizes. Those are my main screws that I use. And then I have all kinds of weird stuff, like screws for different projects. Then I have rivets, I don't know what those are called in English, some nails, dowels. And those are like really old wood screws. Okay, then we have more screws. Those are the bolts, all kinds of sizes, nuts, washers, and then smaller random stuff and wood screws. My Makita radio, love it. So this might be interesting. Those are my files, like very small ones, all bought used. And then I have what I call snips and clips. That stuff. Forstner bits, chisels, rivets. I have my thread cutting stuff in here. Those are my really expensive Ulmia angles, but I got them super cheap on the flea market. Allen keys, screwdrivers. Moving on to my bandsaw. That is one of my favorite tools. It's super precise. and very small and lightweight, and it wasn't that expensive, but I bought it new, so that's one of my more expensive tools, obviously. So I made this system where you can clamp the angle to this guy, and then you can set the centimeters super precise on here. It makes a lot of sense if you have to do repetitive cuts. My metal area, I guess is what I call it. That's my table. Yeah, that's my metal area. I have this guy to cut strips. Then I have my mini lathe, and then a smaller drill press. This is one of my favorite things I have. That's from Frank Turner. He signed it for me, and in the background you can see the boxes I built for him. Yeah, really proud. I did some illustration on this black box, but to be honest, I don't like to draw on it, so I might get rid of it in the future. That's my little welder. It's a very, very cheap tool, but it works fine for me, so yeah. I think I've had it for 6 years now, and it never broke. Pretty good. That's my welding table I built when I got in this place. And you can see the leftover from my Duresta key video. If you look in this direction, you can see my wood storage. This guy right here is something I built for my car, so we can sleep in and then still have some storage underneath. I built this little fridge thing here, and this is where I hook it up to the car with a strap. And from this side you have more storage and there for really long stuff. When, like for example, when I pick up steel, I can put it in there. So that is my hardwood storage for smaller pieces. Some maple, some walnut, and there should be some, oh yeah, there's some oak over there, some teak in here, and here's more teak. I got that all for free. I think it came from a pallet or something. That's free. Then I got those little things in there. Can you see it? That's all free too. That's oak from an old workbench. Got that for free as well. Like, people give me all kinds of stuff. I really appreciate it, and I love it because that's very inspiring to me. When I built the walnut table for my friend, I went to the wood mill, which I showed you, and when the guy saw the board in half to get it into my car, he hit metal, and that is the thing he had to cut out. Like with the chainsaw, he hit metal, and at first we thought it was maybe a bullet from a war or something. But then we found, I will show you, that there's a hook. Like, that's the piece he had to cut out, and there's a hook in there. And because it's American walnut, we think it might be like an old farm tree, like the tree was used for fencing. So I think this is super interesting. I will keep it forever. When we look in here, in between my metal area and the machine area, there I have like my long hardwood storage. This is oak, and I think some teak. I'm not sure what it is. I bought it super cheap for a couple bucks from a guy. He didn't know what it was either. This wall I built to display my work, and there were pictures hanging, but I sold them. This table I built, I never sold it because I'm not sure if I want to keep it. I really like the angle it has. I really like this table. It's one of my favorite tables, I think. And then there's a lamp. I have a thing for those old vintage letters, so I collect them. If you go around this corner, we will see my not so expensive wood storage. That's mostly pine, some sheet goods, stuff like that. It's my bandsaw, dust collection, that's a thicknesser, my big drill press, more letters, and then there's my lathe I picked up a couple weeks ago for really small money. I've never turned anything, but I think I will get into it. It sounds super interesting, and I love the machine. It's the same brand as my little lathe, and it was so cheap I just had to get it. And then that desk, my oven from other videos. Where's Mudo? Smudo! Hey! So Smudo saw a rat a couple days ago for the first time in his life. And ever since then, he's trying to catch it. He's trying to find it again. So he won't sit still. He's always looking for that stupid rat. He used to sit underneath a table, but it's getting very, very cold here in Germany. So I put his stuff next to the oven, so he has it a bit warmer. Right? Smu? Was los? Was los? Those are my books and my sketchbooks over here, old calendars, old sketchbooks I used to sketch. Yeah, I was sketching, I was going through one of those in a month. So I have a couple of those. Then I have some nice books that I really like. My boombox, you know this guy. Here are more lamps I'm working on. Like this is mahogany, walnut, mahogany. That's also walnut. And in this area, two of my friends, they do goldsmithing, so it's really tough to find a workshop in Cologne. So since I have so much space up here, I told them they could have their tables in here, because I really don't need all that space. So if you look at that, I mean it's great, but I really don't need that much space. That's it. Oh, I forgot my table saw. That's my table saw. I love it. It is a very cool saw. I will get the tripod and then I can show you what's so cool about it. The really cool thing about this table saw is that you can move the blade. So if you have to do difficult cuts and angles, you can clamp your workpiece onto the table and then pretty much hands-free cut it. So it's like a miter saw. It's lightweight but still extremely stable and precise. And it's foldable, so you can take it in your car. It's very light, you can lift it alone. And for being so transportable, it's very, very precise. So when I first moved here, there was a forklift down in the big warehouse that I could use, which made it super easy to get all the stuff up. So now the forklift, of course, is broken, which is another reason why I also want to leave this place. Before it broke, we had this access here. I will show you. It's really, really cool. Everything could come through there. So that's the view from up here. I've been here for a couple months now, but I'm still amazed by this huge mess down there. Alright guys, that was my shop tour, my old shop. I hope you like it. I want to say I haven't been here long, so there's lots of spaces I wanted to improve stuff and, you know, get more personal with it and do my thing on it, but well, I'm leaving now and the next space is going to be a lot more organized and a bit more structured, because this place was so open. I always left it in an open structure, like you have the tools stored and if you need them you can just pull them out and work on them and then put them back, because I like to have this huge free space. In the new shop I think it will be way more structured and everything will have its place, so I can find stuff better. And then it will be split into different rooms so we can work with, like if I have friends over or somebody wants to use my workshop, I can still do my thing, get my jobs done and have other people work with me, which I think would be nice. I will get more into detail with my plans for the new shop when I do the tour, which I will probably do today as well, because I need to get everything documented and then I need to get started. I only have like 2 weeks left to do the whole move, and I hope I'm not underestimating this project. It's a lot of work, but I will keep you guys updated and I will take the camera with me. That's it. Thanks for watching, and then I see you next time when I show you my new shop. Bye.